Hello and welcome back to my channel. So you guys, I bring you this interesting video that I found on TikTok, guys. So let me just play a bit of clips. I cannot play the entire video at once because of copyright issues with YouTube. So I'll try my best to just gather a few important points for you guys. So let's just watch this and then we'll talk from here.
Like October of 2020, I got 100 out of 800 on math, which was 99th percent. GPA was 4.65, so I had the second highest GPA. So the top tier schools I applied to were MIT, Caltech, Princeton, Harvard, Carnegie Mellon, and UC Berkeley. Like tougher to get in, especially as an Asian American. Being an Asian American can now actually be a distinct disadvantage in the admissions processes at some of the most selective schools. If you're given an option, don't attach a photograph to your application, and don't answer the optional question about your ethnic background. Do not write your application essay about the importance of your family or the positive/negative aspects of living in two cultures. My results, and so they said I had a 20% chance of gaining admission to Harvard as an Asian American, and then a 95% chance as an African American.
So those are the few gathered clips for you guys. So when this video was posted on TikTok, people posted this video. I would love to hear what you guys think about this video. Let me just play the stitches for you guys, but respond to this by leaving your own thoughts in the comment section below, because this video hit people on TikTok differently. People responded to this video because especially the fact that he mentioned at the end of his video that it's more like the blame on black people. As black people, black Americans, mostly guys, have gone through so much. Yeah, so let's watch the stitches.
Meet John Wang, who got rejected from top colleges and now wants to be used as a prop by conservative media to blame black people for it. Wang couldn't get into Princeton, Caltech, MIT, Harvard, Carnegie Mellon, or UC Berkeley. He thinks because he got a 1590 on the SATs and good grades, he's entitled to a spot, apparently. But the logic is so flawed because there are more applicants with 1600s on the SATs than Harvard can even accept, and John didn't even get a 1600. So playing by his rules he loses, and playing by the regular rules he loses, because getting good grades and good test scores, as we've known for decades, is not enough to get into top colleges. This kid sounds like a very lost cliche. And the kicker of all of this is that UC Berkeley actually is prohibited from using race-conscious admissions. The state of California has banned this practice for public universities. So it didn't even apply. He got rejected for other reasons, like not being interesting enough. And to every minority who hears that they're only where they are because of affirmative action policies, know that that is total BS. You belong there.
I took the SAT on October of 2020. I got a 1590 out of 1600.
So let me get this straight. Instead of critiquing the faulty college admission system, which was built upon racist ideologies that forced black people to create their own institutions in the first place, the same faulty college admission system plus racist ideologies that created the model minority myth to begin with, the same faulty college admission system that allowed Aunt Becky to put 500 G's down on her daughter getting into a school that she had no qualifications for, okay? Instead of critiquing all of that, you decided to blame the fact that you didn't get into your top 6 universities on black people. Somebody make that make sense. Make that make sense. Obviously, that 1590 on your SAT did not account for critical thinking skills, and maybe that's why you didn't get into those colleges in the first place, because you're an idiot, all right? Baby, I went to Notre Dame. There's more dead white people in the 2 cemeteries that we got on campus than there were black folks in my graduating class. If anything, those dead white people are taking up my space. Okay, so if you want to talk about people taking up space, maybe you need to start with the faulty college admission system instead of blaming my black ass on your iniquities.
Meet John Wang, who got rejected from top colleges and now wants to be used as a prop by conservative media.
Okay, so I've been seeing this everywhere and I gotta say something. So I graduated from high school back in 2016 with honors. My GPA was either a 3.0 or a 3.1. So back then I took the ACT test because back then colleges and universities looked at ACT test scores and GPA. So for me, I wanted to go to university and not community college because that's where I felt like I belong. I would fit in perfectly there. And the university that I went to, that's where my sister went to. I had gotten a tour, everything. I was like, this is where I want to be. However, I did not have the ACT score. I had GPA, but not ACT score. I took the ACT test 3 times. 2 times the first 2 were free, and the third one I had to pay for. and I end up making the same score every single time, which was a 15. And I kept getting told, go to community college, go to community college, go to community college. But I was like, no, I want to go to university. So the university that I graduated from, they offered me an alternative to get in. Because they saw how much I wanted to go in there. And plus I told them how my sister graduated from there. Plus they knew about my extracurricular activities that I have done in high school. So the alternative was that I had to take this type of test, which was math and English, and I had to pass one of them. I had to take it twice, but I did end up eventually passing, got accepted in, graduated from the university in 2020. And what I think this dude, John Wayne, needed to understand, because I learned this from my professors and I take this through life in general. Employers don't care about your GPA or where you went to college at. They do not care, not one bit. They just care about your work experience and your skill. You can have that you went to Yale, MIT, or Berkeley. They do not care at all. Because this whole situation with John Wayne, I'm like, dude, everybody's going to laugh their butts off at this case.
The funniest shit to me is that whenever we have these conversations about, oh, people get rejected from schools, and then we start talking about fucking affirmative action, y'all somehow, some way, never, and I mean never, bring up the legacy students, which are the real reasons why y'all be getting rejected from these fucking schools. Like 1/3 of Harvard's class, a fucking 36% of them were legacy students. 36%. Like what the fuck? 12 to 14% at fucking Princeton, Yale, Dartmouth. Like nigga, this is what's really going on. This is why y'all be getting rejected from these fucking schools. These legacy students be getting in before y'all. Like this is why y'all be getting rejected. Fucking 36%, 1/3 at Harvard. That's why you're not getting into fucking Harvard and all these fucking schools. They fucking admit the legacy students first and then look to y'all afterwards. You know what I'm saying? And y'all never talk about how white women benefit the most from affirmative action. And it's like also like they're called PWIs for a reason. Like the fucking black population in these schools be small as fuck, minuscule as hell. You know what I'm saying? Like, be fucking for real, man. Like these legacy students, they be the real reason why y'all aren't getting into these fucking schools. 1/3 of Harvard students were fucking legacy students. 36%. Nigga, focus on what's really going on. It's not affirmative action. It's these motherfucking legacy students. And the fact that these fucking colleges and universities be getting like thousands of admissions and shit. Like, you know, like, relax. You feel me?
Meet John Wang, who got rejected from top colleges and now wants to be used as a prop by conservative media.
The craziest thing about this is that he's talking about affirmative action, right? And even if a black person who had some of the same standards or like a little less, somewhere comparative, right? And they were from the hood or, you know, lower class than you are, that's actually more impressive that they were on a comparative level with less resources than you. And you feel like you deserve it more than someone who had less resources and was able to do what you did. That's what affirmative action does. They say this person had less resources than you did, and they were still able to do what you did. We should give them a shot, and you're mad at us about it.
So here's an update I found out about John Wayne, and I forgot who it was in the comment section, but they did tell me he did get accepted to a university. And what I love about Google is you can find anybody, and that's so. Backstory: if you guys don't know, I posted a video talking about John Wang, the Asian American student. Like, you can read right here. He's mad that he got rejected from all 6 schools, and he's pretty much blamed affirmative action because some stat that he pulled up was saying there was more African Americans, and he's basically dragging African Americans through the mud, which I'm not okay with. So, like I said, I Googled him and I found his LinkedIn, and I went through his honors and awards. They're quite impressive, but here's the thing. If you're trying to go into elite universities like Ivy League schools, what makes you different than thousands or even millions of other applicants? I don't know. He just reminds me of like Tom Sandoval from Vanderpump Rules. And the fact that he's trying to weaponize the model minority myth. Mind you, it's already weaponized to play towards Wonder Bread supremacy. It's almost laughable because you're this book smart, but you don't have any like common sense. And I'm finding it very hypocritical that now you are accepted into Georgia Tech, right? But yet you've been radio silent. So it's kind of like 2 + 2 = 4, 5 + 5 is 10. What the fuck is this? Not that as well too, but he also joined an anti affirmative action group because there's 2 cases going on in the Supreme Court. You guys can read it right there. Now, here's the thing. Affirmative action has not really benefited minorities, POCs. Because let's be very clear. There are statistics out there that YT women have benefited more from affirmative action. You guys can Google it. All the sources and resources are there. And it just is mind-blowing that people like John Wayne are playing into this role of, again, the model minority myth and want to blame people for his own wrongdoing. And here's the thing about college applications. As someone who graduated from the University of Missouri St. Louis with his bachelor's degree in media studies, emphasis on public relations, and then his graduate certificate with social media and digital marketing, it's not just grades they look at. They look at extracurricular activities. How are you a leader, or how are you a follower that's supporting a leader? Again, there's so many people that apply for these top elite schools, and if you don't get in, so what? You could have gotten a scholarship at another school and the degree is literally the same. So I just feel bad that he's putting this narrative out there, and that affects like everybody. And again, as an Asian American living in the United States and understands how damaging it is when you don't speak up for racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, all of that, and you just want to keep your head low so it benefits you, that's not okay. And it makes you a sellout. It makes you a pick-me person. And it just goes to show you care about advancing yourself instead of uplifting your own community. That's just my final thoughts.
And that is the entire video, you guys. Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below, and let's be peaceful about it, guys. I don't promote violence on this channel, guys. Don't get me in trouble with YouTube. Yeah, so please, if you have not subscribed to this channel, go ahead, subscribe, turn on the notification bell so that every time I upload a new video, you will be notified. I will definitely see you in my next video. Peace.